Bullish Flux cost forecasts range somewhere in the range of $3.63 and $6.85 by 2030. Market experts accept Flux could reach $2.82 by 2025. Bearish Flux market cost expectation for 2023 is 64 cents. Flux presentation. Made to make the decentralization of the web more proactive and consistent, Flux utilizes what is called blockchain as a help. In this aid, we cover the different benefits that Flux offers of real value. For example, resource the executives, calculation administrations, and improvement administrations. To the extent that the reasonableness of the Flux token is a speculation, we likewise cover our Flux cost forecasts so you can measure whether the token is a wise venture. What is Flux? The Flux network guarantees decentralization through its many highlights. Fluxos, for instance, fills in as a computational space for clients who have a stake in the local token, Flux, of the stage to run an improvement space. This onboards numerous financial backers and specialists in the cryptographic money to perform valuable administration capabilities on the Flux stage and influence advancement as they wish through the XDAO. The Flux token is very much audited regarding valuability, since other than the onboarding of clients with stakes in the tasks of the stage, the Flux nodes people group controls the organization. Flux likewise guarantees interoperability by empowering the exchange of brought-together applications consistently onto Web3. The Flux token. The Flux token fills in as a marking cache as well as a motivator on the stage, filling in as a collateralizing system for Flux nodes. As the linchpin of the stage, Flux likewise empowers two-factor confirmation. As a multi-utility resource, the cost of the Flux token is incredibly dependent upon the interest for the administrations presented by the Flux stage. To guarantee consistency and sufficient awards for the best-performing hubs on the stage, the Flux hash mining calculation and the no ICO rule, decency as far as the biggest compensations for the most weighty supporters is guaranteed. Our Flux cost forecasts additionally consider the approach which parts block compensations on the Flux chain, which builds the worth of the Flux token by delivering it scant in supply. How does the Flux arrange work? The Flux organization is planned remembering empowering decentralization, interoperability, and keeping up with security even through the contribution of outsiders on the organization. The highlights which empower the stage's unrivaled working are Flux nodes. The essential parts of the Flux organization are the Flux nodes, since they empower the procedure on the stage in a solid way. A wide range of equipment are viable with Flux nodes, for example, cloud-based, ARM64, VPS and uncovered metal servers, empowering a variety of clients and being the purpose for the 2,000-plus hubs utilized by the organization. Fluxos. The second element that is crucial for the operability of Flux is its cloud-working computational framework. It guarantees interoperability by empowering clients from different stages to have the option to get to assets, actually look at hubs, and even decision on network updates, since it is viable with most blockchains as well as Dockerized applications. Since programming interface access and elements are empowered along most organizations, the cost expectations of Flux see a vertical pattern as interest for such highlights increments across the digital currency market. Flux organization Zelcore. Ultimately, Zelcore is effectively integratable on Flux and fills in as the organization's multi-resource wallet. Zelcore empowers clients to store, send, and get tokens. It guarantees total security since just the clients approach their stakes. Administration framework. Flux utilizes what is known as a decentralized independent association framework, which empowers token holders to decide on chief and functional choices relating to the organization. DAOs end up being the most valuable in the curation of a balancing administering framework when clients on the organization become engaged with its tasks also. It very well might be fitting, then, at that point, subsequent to review the positive patterns of our Flux cost expectations, to put resources into Flux, since the stage ensures that people who have a monetary stake a say by the way it is run. Flux current cost. Flux is as of now worth 80 cents USD. Flux has moved 17.58% as of now with an exchanging volume of $33,072,085. Flux is as of now positioned 150 among all digital currencies with a market capitalization of $207,952,297 USD. Using the general strength list, moving weighted normal, Williams fractal and moving normal intermingling disparity from the diagram above, we can decide cost designs for Flux to conclude whether having a bullish or negative year is going. Our cost expectation gauges utilize constant Flux market information, and all information is refreshed live on our site. This permits us to give dynamic cost expectations in light of current market movement. Flux Value Expectation 2023 Flux, from certain perspectives, is one of the most astonishing digital forms of money to rise this year. The Flux cost figure for 2023 expects a huge expansion in the year's last part, perhaps coming to $1.21. Similarly, as with other digital forms of money, the ascent will be steady, however no extensive drops are normal. Averaging $1.13 in cost is very aggressive. However, it is achievable sooner rather than later given expected coordinated efforts and progressions. Flux is supposed to have a base worth of 96 cents. Flux value expectation 2024. In 2024, Flux cost expectation has a lot of space for extension. Because of the possible declarations of various new associations and drives, we guess that the cost of Flux will before long outperform $2.01. Nonetheless, we ought to hold on to check whether the Flux's general strength file emerges from the oversold zone prior to putting down any bullish wagers. Taking into account the market instability, Flux will exchange with a base exchanging cost of $1.61 and a typical exchanging cost of $1.77. Flux value expectation 2025. Assuming the vertical pattern go on until 2025, it could reach $2.82 and Flux might benefit. On the off chance that the market encounters a decay, the objective may not be met. Flux is supposed to exchange at a typical cost of $2.58 and a low of $2.42 in 2025. Flux value expectation 2026. Assuming Flux effectively helps market opinion among digital currency fans, the Flux coin cost could stay stable for the following 5 years. As per our projections, Flux will be green in 2026. The Flux is supposed to reach and outperform its untouched high in 2026. In 2026, the virtual money will be valued at $3.63, with a base cost of $3.22 and a typical cost of $3.38. Flux value expectation 2027. Flux value forecast 2029. While Flux is endeavoring towards interoperability between organizations to rush cooperation, the bullish pattern from the earlier year is supposed to proceed. So the base exchange cost has been put at $5.64 and a yearly cost close above $6.04 in 2029. Flux value expectation 2030. By 2030, Flux will at last outperform its past ATH values and record new cost level. The base cost could be $6.45 and possibly arrive at a greatest value worth of $6.85, averaging out at $6.61. Flux value expectation 2031. The digital currency market is known to be exceptionally unpredictable, which is one of the many justifications for why cost estimating is a troublesome errand. Makes an honest effort to conjecture future price tags with accuracy. But all forecasts ought not be taken as monetary counsel and you should DYOR. In 2031, we are anticipating that cryptographic money should have acquired reception across numerous areas. In that capacity, the most extreme Flux cost in 2031 is projected to be $7.90 in case of a bull run, with a typical value level of $7.58. End costs, backing and obstruction levels, highlights, reasonableness to reason, security contributions, importance and economic situations ought to oversee your choice to put resources into the Flux token. Since the development and advancement period of the token has fared pretty well